Good afternoon, friends. You are most welcome to Thinker channel. Today we are going to discuss ethnography, comparative ethnography, and introduction to ethnography. Now we are going to discuss about ethics in writings, and our topic is ethical issues related to methodology. Fieldwork has been the primary methodological tool for anthropological inquiries. Anthropologists have been talking about various ethical problems which they have faced during their fieldwork from time to time. The ranges of these ethical issues is large and most of them are subjected to the context of the study. But there are some issues on which almost every anthropologist comes to agreement and believes that there are certain conditions which necessarily influences the results and writings. V.K. Srivastava 2004 argues that ethical and fieldwork problems that participate in the study of women or a lower stratum of society are different from when the focus of the study is on the entire society, in which some perspective may remain in a haze. Here he has referred to the androcentric nature of the social sciences. There are a number of works available showing the experience of the female field workers are different from male field workers. Mead 1970 reflects that in most cases field work is lonelier for women than for men. However, many field workers think that in most situations women are able to achieve good rapport with both male and female respondents in a short period of time because of their less threatening quality and better communication skills. Warren 1988. Further, Peggy Goldie edited volume Women in the Field 1986 also show that the host communities of people with whom fieldwork is carried out are more likely to protect women fieldworkers. Moreover, it is felt that there are many topics of study where female anthropologists are found to be in a better position to obtain the in depth information rather than their male counterparts. For example, various inquiries related to the women's health or the practices of childbirth in a tribal community, female field workers find themselves comfortable in collecting data on the issues which are exclusive to the women and their personal lives. More importantly, female respondents also relate themselves and feel at ease in responding to the female field workers on their personal issues. Another set of ethical and methodological problems come in the study of one's own society. Srinivas 2004 considers that fieldwork in one's own society is far more difficult than fieldwork in an alien society, while Leach 1982 thinks that when anthropologists study facets of their own society, their vision seems to become distorted by prejudices which derive from private rather than public experiences. A crucial difficulty confronting the anthropologist who wants to study a segment of his own society is the imperative need to achieve some distance from it. Not only is the anthropologist a part of his own society, not only is the anthropologist a part of his own society, but carries it along with him as well as him as well. The involvement of anthropologist with his own society may be so deep that he might fail to recognize the presence of the disrupted forces around him. Srinivas 2004. But these drawbacks can be removed by giving anthropologists a training to study a community of his own locality, but other than his own. However, one cannot ignore the immense advantages that an insider enjoys, which are denied to outsiders. Command over the language is one of those privileges which an insider enjoys. Conclusively, it can be said that insider and outsider both have advantages and disadvantages. It would be intransigence to consider one more privileged than the other because a culture has multiple faceted and can be defined with multiple dimensions. Srinivas 2004 rightly says that in the kind of the universe that anthropologists study, all that we can have are multiple views of culture. There cannot be a single correct or all embracing view. Another issue related to ethics and methodology comes when people start getting influence with gender, caste, class, ethnic affinity, and lifestyle of the researchers itself. Many of the communities behave and react sensitively towards the affinity of the field worker. Patnaik 2011 has pointed out that while working with a tribal group in Madhya Pradesh, some of his female student field workers has faced the problem related to their ethnic affinity. These students were from Northeast India. The tribal people thought that these female field workers were from some other country and refused the talk to them. Moreover, in Indian context, caste of the field workers plays an important role while and respondents collecting. The respondents at times gave the detail only after confirming the caste and religion of the field workers. One more important critical and ethical problem which comes up during fieldwork pertains to payment made to respondents. Bernard 1994 notes that many a times friends made during fieldwork have approached the anthropologist to help their children get into college or university. White 1984 writes that he never paid his respondents, and as a general practice, making payment to informants for time and information should be avoided. However, in some cases, payments need to be made, especially when the respondent is not wealthy and is considered to make a financial sacrifice to spend time with the researcher. When an informant is interviewed for several hours, perhaps cash payment becomes an expected category. Srivastava 2004. Even the ethical guidelines for good practice issued by the Association of Social Anthropology of the Commonwealth 1987 considers that individual respondents and research participants should not be exploited and should be given fair return for their help. Code of Ethics of American Anthropologists Association. Codes of Ethics of American Anthropological Association. Since anthropology is a science which involves complex participation, obligation and compulsions, rise of misinterpretations, conflicts and subjectivity of making choices become inevitable. In order to grapple with these issues and to eliminate them at the maximum level, American Anthropological Association AAA developed a code of ethics for research in anthropology. The main purpose of the code is to make research more compatible with the principles of the discipline and to foster discussion and education. However, the AAA American Anthropological Association does not adjudicate claims for unethical behavior. The principles and guidelines in this code provide the anthropologists with tools to engage in developing and maintaining an ethical framework for all anthropological work. The Code of Ethics defined by the AAA, that is, American Anthropological Association, is applicable for its members and other interested persons for making ethical choices in the conduct of their anthropological work. Still, these have been followed and viewed as guidelines for anthropological works globally and provide a framework for making decisions in complex situations. Furthermore, for moral and practical reasons, the generations and utilization of knowledge should be achieved in an ethical manner. However, no code or set of guidelines can anticipate unique circumstances or direct actions in specific situations. The individual anthropologist must be willing to make carefully considered ethical choices and be prepared to make clear the assumptions, facts, and issues on which those choices are based. The guidelines can only provide the general context, priorities, and relationships which should be considered in ethical decision making. The guideline provided by the AAA American Anthropological Association about the ethical code of conduct are largely on 3 points. Firstly, responsibility towards the people with whom anthropologists work and whose life and culture they study. Secondly, responsibility towards the discipline and science. And thirdly, responsibility towards the public. Sazak, SJAAK, Sazak von der Geest, SJAAK Sazak, VAN von DER der GEEST Geest, 2011, writes that the AAA code, that is American Anthropological Association Code, refers to the three parties to whom the researcher bears responsibilities: to the people and animals they study, to their discipline, and to the general public. She further adds one more issue to it, that is obligation to inform the population about the findings and the conclusions of the research. Finally, in her article, she has discussed four ethical issues that come in anthropological work: exploiting or using people for the sake of research, informed consent, not harming, and sharing research results. She concludes that the AAA American Anthropological Association Code of Ethics shows sensitivity to situational variation and does not impose a judicial type of ruling. The code wants to provide the anthropologist with tools to engage in developing and maintaining an ethical framework, but the way in which some players in the academic powerhouses apply the code shows a remarkable lack of sensitivity to local, social, and methodological conditions, up to the point of acting unethically and potentially harming the participants in research. At the last, we will discuss about the summary. Ethics are general rules of conduct and behavior, and when we see these rules of working in the context of any discipline, they define a manner in which research should be carried out. It also tells the expectations that a discipline seek from a researcher with honest spirit. Peter Pills, 1999, calls anthropology a discipline of duplexity, where anthropologists serve two masters. In different contexts, these demands from both the masters changes with time and create a difficult situations for the researcher. At one hand, they have to build good rapport with the people they study, while on the other hand, they also carry the burden of collecting best data, which could be appreciated by funding agencies as well as academics. Nature of anthropology also presents, most of the time, an unpredicted situation for the field workers. So, an anthropologist has to make choices during fieldwork itself, where he comes across a number of contextual circumstances. At this point of time, an anthropologist seeks for guideline which may help him deal with the situation without losing the spirit of the discipline. Here we have discussed a number of issues related with the ethical problems, especially during the fieldwork. But apart from these issues, there are a number of problems which arise during fieldwork. All of them cannot be discussed here due to the subject nature of the fieldwork and diverse nature of the human sensitivity. However, code of ethics are there which are supposed to be followed by every anthropologist, but we should remember that every field situation is unique and every anthropologist may have their own way of dealing with it. While knowledge of ethics and codes of conduct help researchers in defining their own path of dealing with the situation if arises, and also helps in writing their works. Thank you very much.